Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you had a fantastic Christmas. Today I thought I would just turn one of my blog posts into a video and that is talking about sharing with you guys some of my go-to makeup products. In the new year I'm hoping to do a little video sharing with you guys my everyday makeup look, but I thought today I would just share with you my what products I use. I'm going to link to my blog post that I uploaded at the start of the month if you want to check that out. If I'm dressing it up a little bit more, I'll use other products, but these are definitely the ones that I will turn to every single day. I love them so much. I do want to point out that most of these products are Maybelline. This video is in no way sponsored by any of these companies. I kind of wish it was though, because I'm talking about a ton of Maybelline products and some Colourpop and some DB Cosmetics. So let's get into it. So the first one is the Maybelline Dream Pure BB Cream with salicylic acid. This is in the shade Light, although I do use a mix of the light and the light medium, mainly because firstly, BB creams don't come in a wide variety of shades. Depends on where I'm going, what I'm doing. I'll either use the light or I'll use the light medium, or I'll use a mix of both. I've not yet found a foundation that is lightweight with good coverage that I really like. So for now I've been using this as my go-to foundation. Because it's a BB cream, it is only lightweight, you don't need much product, but the coverage you get for the amount of product you use is really good. And it's really good especially when you do have breakouts and red marks. The coverage is so good for it, to the point where some days I won't need concealer because it covers it enough. But I really like it. It lasts well too. I have combination skin, so I get oily throughout the day, and although by the end of the day it is looking oily and a bit disgusting, you do get, it lasts so long, it does sort of keep that oiliness at bay and doesn't look overly oily when your skin is oily, you know what I mean? Yes, okay, if I've been wearing my makeup all day, by the time I come home kind of thing, it will be looking a bit disgusting, but it still lasts really well. But I really like. Concealer wise, I use two products. The first is the DB Cosmetics Take Cover Mineral Concealer. This is in the shade Nude. This one is really good. It has really great coverage and it blends really well, and I feel like this is what I really like using under my eyes, because it's a light shade and I feel like it just covers those dark circles really well. It's also really good too if I do have quite bad breakouts, because it covers them really well. I know I just said the BB cream covered really well, but when you have bad breakouts that are quite red and quite noticeable, this covers it really well and it blends out flawlessly. It's actually such a good concealer that ages ago I was actually kind of using this as a foundation BB cream. If I just needed a bit of quick sort of color, I'd throw this on, blend it out, and it worked really well. The other concealer I use is the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. This is in the shade Sand. I think this is one shade too dark for me, but in saying that, when you put it on it looks too dark, but when you actually blend it out into cover what you need to cover, it doesn't look obvious at all, which is really good. I think that's good. I'm definitely going to try the lighter shade, but yeah, again, it blends really well and it covers well as well. And what I really love about this one is the consistency of the formula. I think out of the two of them, this has my favorite consistency to it. The other one's a bit more creamy, but this one's a bit more of a a liquidy foundation type thing. I don't really know if that's the way to explain it, but I really like it. Setting powder. Now, some people don't use setting powder to set BB cream, but I kind of feel like I need it, especially as I said, I get oily. And if I'm using concealer, I need to set it. And for that, I'm using the Maybelline Shine Free Loose Powder. This is in the shade Light, which is essentially translucent, if I'm being honest. I can't live without doing this. And because I have oily skin, I think this helps. I mean, as I said, I still get oily near the end of the day, but I feel like this keeps the oil at bay for the most of the day. What I like is that if you do get a bit oily, you can just whack this on during the day and it just kind of fixes your face a little bit. And because it's light, essentially translucent, I don't have to worry about adding color to my face that I don't necessarily need. But I just really like this powder. It just perfects everything, I think. Now, bronzer. So some days, depending on where I'm going, I will contour and I will use blush, but most of the time I just use bronzer, because you can actually do quite a lot with bronzer to give your face color and definition. And I really love the Maybelline Master Bronze Palette. This is a highlighting and a color and highlighting kit, although to be honest it doesn't really do much highlighting, but it's got 4 shades in it. I don't know, yeah. And I love that literally every time I use this, I never get the same color combination or the same color. It's always a slightly different look every time. You can swipe over the entire palette and get a really nice shade, or you can go in individually and you use just one color or two colors or mix and match. And I just love the color this gives. It gives me a nice sun-kissed look that's just like a nice natural coloring rather than overly looking like you've got bronzer on. And it blends, like the colors blend together so well, and it blends out really well, so you don't have like sharp bronzer lines, and just the different tones of color, like they're all sort of warm, although I do feel like one of them is a bit more of a cool tone. But I love this one so much. Now on to eyeshadow. And one of these palettes will not surprise you at all. So the first palette I'm going to talk about is Maybelline's The Nudes palette. I love browns, okay? My go-to eyeshadow is browns and nudes, and I honestly own way too many palettes or combinations of browns that I feel like are probably the same. I probably have the same shade several different times because these are the palettes I pick up. As much as I love color, as I've gotten older, I feel like I turn more to browns and natural colorings because you can do so much with that. You can have just an everyday look, or you can have such a dramatic look. And I love this palette because it's so good for an everyday look. This one I usually pick up if I'm only going for a subtle bit of splash of color to give my eyes a bit of definition, but I really like it because the colors blend out really well, and it tells you like on the back also which colors to work together. I don't really follow that, but they all work so well together, which I really like. My favorite palette though, my favorite palette of all time, where I will wear this anytime, mainly for bolder looks, but just anytime, is the ColourPop Yes Please palette. I've talked about this in a favorites video. I mainly use these two shades here with a splash of gold in it, but I definitely love the entire palette. This is so pigmented, it blends so well. I love this so much. I really need to get more ColourPop shadows like this because they're so beautiful. I seriously recommend getting this. You will not regret it. Mascara. When it comes to mascara, I'm someone who just wants something nice to apply, something that is going to look really good, going to give my lashes a bit of definition to make it look like I have lashes, and also that's easy to remove at the end of the day. And I've tried a lot of mascaras, but I think my absolute favorite that I've tried is the Absolute Lash Length and Volume Mascara from DB Cosmetics. I was lucky enough to get this as a free gift in one of my orders, so I like that I've got a travel size one. I love the brush on it. I don't really know what that is called, but a brush like that. Because it's so easy just to flick on a bit of colour, and I really like it. And although it is like a length and volume mascara, I don't feel like it adds too much product to your eyes. And I think that's why I really like the brush on this, because it doesn't add a ton of product and get clumpy. This is my go-to. I definitely need to buy some more. Finally, we have lipsticks, and in particular liquid lipsticks. I have been converted to liquid lipsticks. I will not go back to anything else. I love them so much, and the only brand I currently use is ColourPop. You guys know that. You guys know, if you watch any of my favorite videos, if you've been on my Instagram, you know how much I love ColourPop and liquid lipsticks. I have about 12 colors now. These are probably the 5 that I use the most. So we have Donut, which I talked about in a favorites video. We have Mars, which is a nice hot pink. We have Take 5, we have Clueless, and we have More Better, which is a nice berry color. But honestly, they are all so pretty. I love them so much. I love how pigmented these are, and that really a little bit of lipstick goes a long way. I love how long they last, and that depending on what you're doing, you don't necessarily need to touch them up or reapply, depending on what you're doing, of course, but they last most of the day. And these are really bold colors. Sometimes I feel like they're too bold, but honestly I think it doesn't matter. Like sometimes I might feel a bit self-conscious that my lip is a bit too out there, but at the same time I'm like, I don't care, this is a bloody awesome color, I'm gonna rock it. And I don't see myself ever going back to any other sort of lipstick. I definitely want to try more liquid lipstick brands, but honestly I don't think I'm going to go back to any other type of lipstick. I am fully converted to liquid lipsticks. I love them so much, and if you haven't tried a ColourPop one yet, you need to get on it and try it as soon as possible. So they are my go-to makeup products. As I said, I want to try and do a video next year where I actually just apply my makeup, my everyday look, and share that with you guys. Hopefully I'll get around to that at some point soon. I've been wanting to do it probably for the last 6 months and haven't got around to it. Let me know in the comments below some of your go-to makeup products. I'd love to see that, or I'd love to check them out. And as I said, I'll link below to my blog post that went up so you can go check it out, see what else I've said about these products, and get links to where you can get them and everything like that. And actually, I will see you guys in the new year with another video. This is my final video on this channel for this year. Oh my god. So I hope you guys have a fantastic New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, and I'll see you guys next year with another video. Bye.